So you want to be a vlogger or just a general YouTuber? Question we get a lot. We've tested just like every camera. Here are my favorite recommendations for just about any budget. First, the lowest budget is just your smartphone. This is something we use for our travel photography videos all the time. You can get great quality out of a phone. Just try to hold it as steady as possible. Get one of the new phones that have stabilization in the camera and even 4K video, and you can get much better quality out of it. But when you get ready for a real camera, the cheapest one I can really feel comfortable recommending is the Panasonic GH2. This little camera, it's a few years old, and I would pick one up used, but you can pick one up with a lens for about $350. They're fantastic. They have everything that we require out of a YouTube vlog camera, which is rotating a tilty screen that you can flip towards you. That way, if you're filming yourself, you can see yourself. You can go Casey Neistat style and hold it at arm's length and see what's going on. You can do manual and autofocus with it. They work just great. We used these GH2s for years. You can probably find kits that have the 14-42 lens on it. That's okay. I really much prefer the 14-140 Panasonic lens. Either way, get that stuff used. It'll work out great. We have links here, sdp.io/GH2. Our links take you to Amazon. If you click on the used link there, you can find better prices and it helps to support us. If you have a few more bucks, pick up a used Canon 7D. These will run you a little bit closer to $900 with a kit lens. You can get a couple of different kit lenses with the Canon, like this 18-55. That's okay. Canon also makes an excellent 18-135 lens, which has more range, and I really prefer it, but it costs you a little bit more money. Has image stabilization, which works out great. And again, it has a flippy touchscreen, the ability to do full manual controls, and just great video quality. This has much better focus tracking than the GH2 did. So if you ever are thinking about tracking somebody walking towards the camera or generally just want to focus on stuff fast, this is going to be a much better bet. A few more bucks in that, the newer version, the one I'm actually holding, is the Canon 80D. The 70D was great. The 80D makes really minor improvements. It's not a leap. It adds 60 frames a second video, which makes your video nice and smooth, but it's not 4K or anything, but it works a little bit better for about $1,250. Either way, great camera for general use, and I think Casey Neistat is still using the 70D. We used it for a long, long time. A step up from that, the Panasonic GH4, really my favorite just go-to travel video camera. And all these make decent stills cameras too, so they can do double duty. This is just a great setup here. The Panasonic GH4 and the Panasonic 14-140 lens. It will cost you, used with the lens, about $1,500, but it gets the job done. It does full 4K video. You can do slow motion type effects. It's small, it's lightweight, it's versatile. I've had these things soaked in huge rainstorms and they survived. We actually own two, and even though they're a couple of years old now, we still use them all the time. They're just versatile, flexible, and they work. That should get your basic filming done. If you want some cool B-roll, some awesome establishing shots, I have some gadgets here for you. The DJI Osmo. This is great for tracking shots, for moving shots. If you're walking and making your videos interesting, look at this crazy contraption. We did a full review on this on our channel, and you can see it. And it was especially flaky at the time, but it's gotten a little bit better now. You can see it stabilizes stuff as you walk, so your video's not all shaky. Send this to the regular car reviews guy. Love your channel, but you got to stabilize that stuff. Look at that arm, makes it nice and smooth. You can put your phone here so you can watch it using your phone. That means you can also flip it around. You can hold it over your head and get higher shots. It's okay. It's a little flaky, but the effects that it makes will add a lot to your video, especially for any movement. Those run you about $500, but I do suggest getting the stabilizing arm if you're planning to walk with it, because otherwise it's still really bumpy. It's better than not stabilized, but it's a little bit bumpy. And you really can't beat throwing drone shots into the mix. You have to make sure you know how to fly it. We have a whole video on how to fly a drone on our channel. Check that out. But you can pick up a DJI Phantom 3 with beautiful 2.7K video, and it will only cost you about $500. Get any of this used except your drone. I really can't recommend buying a drone used because people tend to wreck them so much, and you don't want to take any risk with having to fuss with that kind of stuff. So I do recommend getting these new. You can spend more than $500. The newer drones, this is the Phantom 4. They have some benefits, but it depends what your budget. Just spend as much as you feel comfortable and start with a less expensive one. Make sure you get a drone that has a stabilized gyro on it, a gimbal, so that here it fires up. If you don't have a gimbal on there, your footage is going to be shaky. You can't just use those little rubber things to try to stabilize the GoPro. No, you need a proper gimbal on it, and $500 for the DJI is a good price. Other companies make drones. They might even have more features, but the nice thing about DJI is you can get lots of third-party apps and third-party accessories that make it even better. And so because the Phantom's popular, it kind of stays popular. It's a great deal, and it's hard to beat the awesome establishing and moving shots you can get with a drone. Fly safe, though. Thanks. Subscribe for more photography tutorials. You're going to have to learn some stuff about photography, like your aperture and your f-stop and your shutter speed and your ISO and what all that means, composition, storytelling, mood. We can help with all that. We have books on photography like Stunning Digital Photography. And if you get into stills work, I can help you with that too. Also check out my photography buying guide, which tells you all about the gear. Go to svp.io/store to buy these books from us direct. They start at $9. Or you can just go to Amazon, search for Tony Northup and look at reviews. Like, subscribe, share. Thanks.